Welcome back to Trapdoor Magic. Here's another great card trick you can use to fool people in an amazing way. It uses the key card method plus another little bit of a secret that makes it slightly more complicated, but a lot more amazing. This is what it looks like. Just like with the other card tricks that we've been learning with the key card method, you're going to have the spectator shuffle the deck of cards and do all those things that we've been doing where they select a card at random. It doesn't matter what card they select. And we'll take the card out, and of course you won't know the card or see the card, but they will memorize it. I'm going to show you just so that you can see how this trick works. So you've got the card memorized, but the magician, I wouldn't know the card. And we're going to go like this. We're going to say, okay, I want you to put the card in the middle of the deck there, which is what they'll do. And so they put the card right there, and we're set up, right? Now, you say as the magician, I'm going to see if I can find your card. I'm going to go through the deck and see if I can locate what card you chose. And as we go through the deck like this, I'm going to say, I think I found your card right here. What I'm going to do with your card, something a little bit different. Rather than reveal it to you, I'm going to put it back in the middle of the deck. There we go. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the card that I just put in the middle of the deck was your card. The Six of Hearts, right? Oh, right. Pretty amazing. Oh, that's not the amazing part. The amazing part is I'm wondering if you can now find it in an interesting way. I want you to cut the deck. Just cut the deck in half, but don't complete it. And so your spectator is going to take the cards and cut them. And you're going to go like this and say, okay. So let's just rethink what just happened. You picked a card out of the middle of the deck. You put it back in the middle. I went through and found it, put it back in the middle. Wonder if you can find it back in the middle. You just cut the cards. I wonder what card you cut to. Let's go see. Looks like you cut to the Six of Hearts. Pretty amazing. Back in the middle. Okay, so that is a very amazing trick because you're going to do a couple of sneaky things there. One is the key card, and the other one is called the crisscross force. And I'll show you what I mean. We're not going to actually force a card. In a way we are, but I'll show you what I mean. And if you don't know what the crisscross force is, there's a special video in this kit just for the crisscross force, but I'll show it to you here as well. Again, the cards can be completely shuffled. It doesn't matter. We start with a fully shuffled deck. Spectator cuts everything, shuffles everything. They select a card. So let's walk through this. Let's say they select this card, whatever it is, at random, and they would memorize it. You wouldn't know what this card is, but they do. We're going to put it right there. We're going to find out what the card is by using the key card method, because I say, okay, I want you to take your card, your memorized card, and put it back in the deck in the middle. So we're going to say, put it right there. And when they do, I'm looking at the key card. In my case, the key card is the Seven of Clubs. Okay, so I'm memorizing the Seven of Clubs. They're memorizing their card. All right, so they put it in here. I slap it in the middle. And now I'm going to do the magic. I'm saying, I'm going to see if I can find your card. Now what I'm going to do next is a little bit different than what we've been doing. When I go through the deck, obviously I'm going to look for the key card, right? I'm going through here and I'm looking for the key card. And while I'm looking at the key card, I'm also going to see what card that they did choose. And I can see when I fan through the deck that my key card, which was the Seven of Clubs, is right next to the card they must have chosen, which is right there. So now I know they chose the Queen of Spades because it's next to my Seven of Clubs key card, right? Okay. So as I'm doing that, I'm going to do something different now. I'm going to say, oh, I think I found your card. And I'm going to cut the card so that the Queen of Spades, their chosen card, is actually on top. And I'm going to take my card, the Seven of Clubs, and pretend like this is their card. I'm going to say, oh, I think I know what your card is. I'm taking the key card, though, and putting it on the table, face down, so they can't see it. Now remember, what's just happened is I just moved their chosen card to the top of the deck, and I put the key card on the table. But in doing that, I said, I think I know what your card is. I'm going to put it on the table. Okay, I've got it. Now in my head, I know it's Queen of Spades, which is really here. And I'm going to say, I'm going to take your chosen card and I'm going to slip it into the middle of the deck. Now, of course, you and I know I'm just putting the key card back in the middle. But I want them to think I'm putting their chosen card in the middle. So I'm going to say, I'm going to slip your card in the middle of the deck and say, oh, I forgot. Did I tell you? I saw it. It's the Queen of Spades, isn't it? They go, oh, that's right. It was a Queen of Spades. So by saying that, I just made it look like I put the Queen of Spades back in the middle of the deck. Because I found their card, because I said it, and they saw me slide it in the middle of the deck. Now comes part two, which is more amazing. Say I want you to take the deck and I want you to cut it, but don't complete the cut. So you're going to take the deck and go like this. You're going to take this part, crisscross it on top, and stop. Say, let's think about what just happened, because that's a little bit confusing. You pulled a card out of the middle of the deck. You put it back in the middle of the deck after you memorized it. I went through and I found it. Amazingly, I found your Queen of Spades. We put it back in the middle of the deck, and now you just cut the cards. I wonder what card you cut to. And when we turn over this card, they've cut to, once again, the Queen of Spades. Now, that may have been a little bit confusing because it has to happen very quickly to be amazing. What we're doing is, when they are cutting the deck, remember, they don't know this, but their chosen card is on the top of the deck. This is how the crisscross cut works. They cut the deck like this. We go like this. It's very important that we stop and we explain what just happened, because when we go back to look at the cards, they can't remember which half is which. And we're going to say, let's look at the card you cut to. Well, they didn't really cut to that card. That was the card that was on the top of the deck. Because the way the crisscross works is their card up here, I'm going to put it face up so that you can see what it looks like. You would never do this for them, but this gives away the secret. When they cut the deck and then we go like this, that's all we're doing. We're just moving the two halves of the deck around. And then we come back and say, look at the card you cut to. So that's just two tricks in one. It's the key card plus the crisscross that makes an amazing trick. So I'll do it again kind of quickly because it's kind of confusing. So let's recap. They're going to pick any card they want. Here's the chosen card, the one you don't know yet. In this case, it's this card. There's the chosen card. I don't know what it is yet. Put it back in the middle. What am I doing right now? Looking at a key card. Put your card in the middle. So they're putting their card in the middle. I'm looking at this one, but they're not. Okay, there's their card. Oh, we've locked it in the middle. Now I'm going to try and find your card. When I go through, what am I doing? I'm looking actually for the 3 of clubs, not their card. And when I find the 3 of clubs, I can see that they chose the Jack of diamonds. So I'm going to take the cards and split them and put the Jack of diamonds, which is right here, move it to the top of the deck. Take this card and say, oh, I found your card, without saying what this is, of course. I'm going to take your chosen card, put it in the middle of the deck. Oh, I forgot to tell you, that was the Jack of diamonds I just put in the middle of the deck. Was that your card? It was. That's amazing. Let's have you cut the deck now. They're going to cut the cards. You're going to crisscross. You're going to reset and say, hey, wait a minute. You took a card out. You put it in. I found it. I put it back in. You just cut the cards again. What'd you cut to? The Jack of diamonds. Amazing. Back in the middle is the name of that trick. Practice that one. That one takes just a little bit more practice than the other key card tricks because you're using a crisscross force, that's called, which is a great way to force a card. You're going to learn a lot of tricks you can do with the crisscross in other videos. This is just one of them that combines the crisscross with the key card method. So all you have to do is remember the key card. That's all you got to do is remember when anybody picks a card, you're looking at the key card, they're putting it back in, you find it, you move their chosen card to the top, you put the key card on the table, slip it in, you're good to go. So if it's confusing, rewind the video, watch it again, you'll get it. It's an amazing trick. Back in the middle.